iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome in, race fans, here to the virtual Charlotte Motor Speedway. It is the second to last race of the season for the Salt Flat Cup Series presented by SimBox. Are you in need of a button box for your iRacing rig or your Forza rig? Well, look no further than going to SimBox. Doug Neal, the owner-operator of SimBox, can get you pointed into the right direction. You draw it up, you send it over to them, and they will be able to build it for you. Custom with your number and everything. Doug Neal has you covered. Head on over to Facebook.com and find SimBox by typing into the search bar SimBox PC. That is SimBox PC over on Facebook.com. Get your SimBox today. But we said it. We are right here tonight looking at only 2 races left this season. And those 2 races, well, it's right here at Charlotte and the next week at the Phoenix Raceway. So tonight, coming into the second to final round, there's only 2 drivers that are left that we're looking at for that championship. It's Hunter Reynolds and Michael Sturgill. Sturgill is sitting 71 points back behind Hunter Reynolds. Both of them have multiple wins on the season. 4 wins for Hunter Reynolds, 5 wins for Michael Sturgill. But the top 10s and the top 5 nods goes to the driver out of Florida. So tonight, both drivers are quick here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're right now in qualifying mode for these drivers. 20 drivers have made their way here to the virtual Charlotte Motor Speedway. So we're going to find out here in just under 2 minutes which driver has the quick time tonight. Tonight's race, though, is in the name of the champ. It is the champion, Roy Fernandez, 150. Of course, Roy Fernandez was the champion back in the Progression Series. You had to run through the Progression Series to qualify here for the SimBox Cup Series for Salt Flat Racing. And how did you do that? Well, we started on the dirt with the street stocks. We went all the way through the ranks. It was the street stocks. It was the super late models right into the Arca Menards cars, the Truck Series, the Xfinity cars, and all the way to Cup. And that's what led us here into the Cup Series. So, well, our hat goes off to Roy Fernandez for being able to pick up the Progression Series championship, the first and only one so far. And of course, well, unfortunately, he comes in third in the championship point standings here in the Cup Series, about 140 points back. So he is looking through the windows right now at the front two, Sergio and Reynolds. Then it's Cole Day, who's actually sitting there fourth. He was second in the Progression Series, with Cody Levitt sitting in fifth in the championship hunt. Josiah Millen's back there in sixth, with Jamie Leach in seventh. Cody Sleeper is eighth. Randy Johnson, the Salt Flat IROC Series champion, he is ninth. And Tim Combs is in the 10th position. That's your top 10 in your championship point standings coming into this race. under 30 seconds before we take to the qualifying grid here tonight. And while we have time, race fans, we have to thank each and every one of you for tuning in, whether you're watching over on our YouTube feed or live on Facebook.com. We appreciate you tuning in here tonight to watch the Salt Flat Cup Series for the SimBox Cup Series, that is. Well, it's been a good ride so far, and tonight here at Charlotte, we know Charlotte can put on some great racing. We're going to see a lot of these cars right down around the bottom here tonight, super speedway style, 550 horsepower underneath these V8 Cup machines. The All-American screaming the bald eagles out the back tailpipes or side tailpipes, or a lot of these drivers, if they flip it over, it might turn into a back tailpipe. But qualifying is officially over as you see cars starting to make their way to the starting lineup. So let's head down trackside and get to our starting lineup here tonight. This is our starting lineup for the champ Roy Fernandez 150 presented by SimBox. Hunter Reynolds sets the quick time this year, so that'll put him into having another pole spot this season. Then it's Michael Sturgill to his outside. Those are your top two in the point standings. 1 and 2, exactly how they're going to start here tonight. Roy Fernandez in the SimBox Motorsports number 6. He's got a new paint scheme tonight. We'll take a look at that a little bit later on. He starts 3rd. His teammate, the 01 Cody Sleeper in the SimBox Motorsports 01. He'll start P number 4. The driver out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, driving for the Keystone Motorsports number 40 of Josiah Millen. He will roll off P number 5. 6th position here tonight going to be the 88 of Tim Combs. Starting in the 7th position, it's the No Doubt Racing. It's the 98 out the gate, racing Jason Griffith-Dobbs. Greg O'Berry will start the number 33 in 8th with the driver out of Nebraska driving the number 2, Jared Hagedorn, in 9th. SimBox Motorsports number 77, it's the owner, the operator himself. It's Doug Neal rolling off 10th. Starting in 11th position is going to be the Some Doubt Racing number 12 of Randy Johnson. The big unit goes 11th. The driver out of Canada, the VP Motorsports K1 Graphics Liquid Molly number 83 of Brandon Feeney will roll off 12th. 13th here tonight on our starting lineup is going to be the driver out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, driving the number 31. It's the Keystone Motorsports number 31 of Donald Bennett. Joshua Buckley will roll off the number 22 in 14th with Cody Levitt out of Las Vegas, starting 15th. 16th to go to the SimBox Motorsports driver. It's the number 71 this time of Nathan Maurer. Driver out of Ohio, it's the Toledo driver, the number 13 of Jamie Leach, with Stephen Pugh scheduled for the 18th position here tonight, driving the number 56. Driver out of Utah, driving the 04 machine. It's the Draft Top Raise Energy Drink machine. It is Danny Valenzuela. And starting in the 20th position, out of Florida, driving the number 26, it is Darrell Clauter. That is your starting lineup as Stephen Herman's down there as our race control tonight. You see, it's the 7-Eleven machine. It's Swerman Herman. Race cars pulling away here tonight. There'll be one pace lap before we drop the green flag with 100 laps on the docket here tonight at the 1.5 miles. Does look like all drivers do take to the starting grid here tonight, so we will start and fire off 20 machines. Stephen Pugh looks like he is assessed an EOL penalty from last week. So it'll be Reynolds, Sturgill, Fernandez, and Sleeper, your front 4. There you see them under the picture. There you see that number 6 of Roy Fernandez. We'll see if he's able to have good luck here tonight. 20 cars deep, 100 laps the scheduled distance. Coming into the Thomas E-Step Foundation restart zone. Green flag pending in the air. Green flag is up here for the first time tonight. We are racing at Charlotte. Everybody chasing the 28 of Hunter Reynolds down into turn number 1. He's got the Squidward dab machine down to the inside with, one of them way down, trying to dirt track it. That's the 33 of Greg O'Berry. Not sure what just went wrong with Greg O'Berry, but he went straight to the bottom side of the speedway. Looks like he's going to lose a handful of spots. So Grego Berry goes from being inside the top 10 all the way back to the 15th position currently. So as that all funnels out, here comes Roy Fernandez down the back straightaway as they're going to be 3 wide, actually. I believe that's the 22 of Joshua Buckley. He just went to the inside of the 71. That is Nathan Maurer with the K1 Graphics Liquid Molly 83 of Brandon Feeney to his outside. Maurer elected to lift and let everybody just ride on through. Lap number 1 going to Hunter Reynolds. He picks up another bonus point there. With him leading that first lap here tonight, Hunter Reynolds will officially clinch the championship tonight here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway with just 1 race left to go. So at this point, he is now racing for wins. It doesn't matter if he brings the steering wheel back or the full car. Hunter Reynolds is the race leader. Here comes Michael Sturgill, though, looking down to the inside. Just taking a peek. Not able to do anything with it. See Roy Fernandez back there. A couple drivers. Reynolds and Sturgill went to the top side of the speedway. Here comes Sturgill now as Reynolds left the door open. That time by the line, it was still Hunter Reynolds who led. Side by side down the back straightaway, allowing the number 6 of Roy Fernandez to really close in on the back end of the battle for the race lead. So this time by, Sturgill going to lead lap number 5 at the stripe here tonight, so he'll take a bonus point back from Hunter Reynolds, but it will not matter. Reynolds still is going to walk away with that top spot here in the championship. Nathan Maurer back here getting passed by the 33 of Grego Berry. One driver still at the back of the field here. We expected to see him starting to charge up through. It's the driver out of Anderson, Texas, and that's Stephen Pugh. So Pugh still back here behind the number 26 of Darrell Plauder. And Darrell just picked up his Turn 3 package. Actually, he was wondering where I sent it. He said I sent it all around the country. Well, that's only because Darrell didn't check his mailbox. Back at the front, Hunter Reynolds has got back around Michael Sturgill, and look at these top drivers. Right now, it is still 7 drivers under the blanket. Doug Neal is just right behind. We told you it was going to be sort of like Daytona and Talladega, sort of like a pack-style racing. Well, you can tell with these drivers being able to hang right there, and there's Tim Combs in the 88 machine. Took a quick peek down to the inside of Josiah Millen, but then fell back into line. Everybody is utilizing the draft here right now, trying to stay with this front pack. Once we get about 15 laps into this fuel run, though, we're going to start to see the tires really start to play a factor tonight. Combs still knocking on the back door of that number 40 of Josiah Millen. A couple drivers back here. It's Cody Levitt and Jared Hagedorn with Jamie Leach right there. Also, it's the number 12 of Randy Johnson is also in this picture. They were side by side. Cody Levitt, of course, picking up 5 spots here in the early stages, and the 13 of Jamie Leach doing the same. They both have picked up 5 spots now. Battle for the race lead once again. Michael Sturgill looking to the inside here on Hunter Reynolds. And old Roy Fernandez just sitting back here lurking. Right on board here with Roy Fernandez. His beautiful mustache he has there. Look at that hair. You see him side by side now, though, with the 90 of Michael Sturgill. Cody Sleeper right there. Josiah Millen up the track just a little bit. That's going to allow... Oh, look at Fernandez. Thought he was going to slingshot engage, and then went right back up in line. So here comes Roy Fernandez peeking to the inside. Can he lead? Not at the line. It's still going to be Hunter Reynolds here leading lap number 11 tonight. Looks like Greg O'Berry has dropped internet connection here to the iRacing server. That's why he is being shown in the 20th position out of this event. Now this time out of turn number 4, Fernandez lurking. Will he be able to get there? Nope, it's still going to be Hunter Reynolds at the line. Fernandez with that big old goofy head on his car here tonight. Wait a minute. He told me that was going to be Donald's head on that number 6 machine. That's actually me. Look at that. You can spot that chrome dome from a mile away, race fans. That is my picture on the hood of this car. That's sneaky. Wait a minute. Bromley, are you tuning in out there tonight? I see your logo on that car. You guys are sneaky out there. So Michael Sturgill sneaked back around Roy Fernandez with that big old head, probably weighing him down. There's a battle. Here is Racing Jason trying to get around the number 40 of Millen. Millen starting to fade here on this longer run. He's running the outside of the speedway. There you see the 38 of Cody Levitt also. He comes into the fold. There's that paint scheme by Dobbs running, I believe that is the Kyle Busch paint job from this past weekend at Las Vegas, as the Las Vegas driver runs next to him. Behind them, the big unit also trying to pick up a spot from Jared Haggerty. A couple weeks ago, Jared Haggerty picking up that podium spot. Having himself a really good season. That was back at Michigan where he was able to lead 22 laps except for the final 2 laps of that race. When Michael Sturgill ran him down on the fresher tires, was able to get around him. So everybody single files it back out once again. The racing action going back to single file formations. Except for these two, they're still trying to figure out who's going to have it. The hot potato drivers. These two drivers came off the Forza platform on Xbox together. Made the jump right here into iRacing. That's Josiah Millen working the outside. The driver out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania with the Las Vegas kid right there. The 38 of Cody Levitt driving the Las Vegas entry. The Vegas Golden Knights throwback retro scheme out of the Bromley Designs paint stable. Fernandez also up here. He got passed back by Michael Sturgill. Every time somebody goes to the bottom of the speedway like Millen is actually right here, Cody Levitt's going to be able to high, wide, and handsome him right around him. Donald Bennett and Joshua Buckley back here battling. Buckley making it late in here to the server after he was just over at the Bristol Motor Speedway turning laps in the big block modified, so he was trying to get some dirt experience. Was figuring a couple things out on his modified down there, really starting to play with the steering ratio, the steering boxes on those modifieds, and he was starting to get the hang of it, and then I believe he, loaded up the virtual car and put this Ford Mustang in the hauler and dropped it off here. So he gets around Donald Bennett. That'll slot him into position number 14 right ahead of him. It's the driver out of Canada. That's the Brandon Feeney entry, the number 83. He's closing in on Jamie Leach. Leach starting to fade here on this long run tonight. Next time by, it'll be 20 laps in the books of your Roy Fernandez 150. It's the champion race for Roy Fernandez. Down the back straightaway they go. There you see the champ. Progression Series champion here for Fernandez. %20 of this one in the books. We're looking at possibly about another 10 laps of fuel in these Cup cars. See if anybody's able to stretch it any farther or if they all start to short pit. They do have 4 sets of tires in their garage stalls here tonight. See if they have to utilize them or if somebody's going to keep one of those sets for a very late race restart. Fernandez is going to get a little tight that time off turn 4, as now you see Sturgill gets tight. Fernandez now to the inside. He'll make the pass. Will he be able to move up, though? It doesn't look like he's going to be able to throw his machine up to the outside lane to block the advances of the number 90 of Michael Sturgill. So they continue to run side by side, and as they run side by side, that's allowing the number 28 of Hunter Reynolds to start to pull away here. Hunter Reynolds really loves to see them running side by side because every time they do that, doesn't it just tear the tires apart on both their cars, but also it allows him to jump out to that half-second race lead. He really wanted to get to a 1-second race lead, as it looks like one driver coming to pit road. He's done with his pit stop. 4 tires and fuel for Stephen Pugh. Randy Johnson and Doug Neal trading spots. Randy Johnson going now 9th, with Doug Neal dropping back 1 to 10th. There's Millen and Dobbs. Another driver coming to pit road here. They see the 71. Nathan Maurer out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. He'll be the first one to come to pit road. Plenty of your race leaders decide to pit a little bit early. Looks like Hunter Reynolds is going to dive off the speedway. He's going to bring Fernandez and Sleeper along with him. Tim Combs also. So as they all work their way into pit road, it'll be Michael Sturgill now taking over the race lead. So a lot of drivers coming a little bit earlier. We expected maybe 5 more laps at least here tonight before we start to see the majority of the field starting to come to pit road. And it looks like here comes your leader, Sturgill, now going to quickly come to pit road. He doesn't want to give too much of an advantage to Hunter Reynolds or Roy Fernandez. That'll change things over to the 40. Millen going to lead a lap here tonight on lap number 25. His biggest fan tuning in out there, Kyle Lesher, rooting for the driver out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania. His biggest fan, he was waiting for him all night long to hop onto the iRacing.com server, and unfortunately just didn't get out there in time to turn laps with Millen at the Bristol Dirt Track, so Millen hopped over here. Levitt's going to finish his pit stop and go 15 flat for the driver of that 38. Going to close the gap big time there on Michael Sturgill. Jamie Leach coming to pit road, Jared Hagler, Donald Bennett. They're all coming here. So with them pitting at lap number 25 or so for a lot of these drivers, I believe they're going to try and make it lap 25, 50, and 75, obviously, and then come across the line on fumes. Here comes Millen. He's going to sideways entering pit road. He'll make it to pit road now. Randy Johnson. Randy Johnson takes over the race lead. Looks like about 4 more drivers having to come to pit road. I don't know what happened to Hunter Reynolds, but this is what I can tell you. Hunter Reynolds got passed on pit road by the number 6 of Roy Fernandez. Fernandez's team had a blistering stop on pit road, 14.82-second lap for stop for Fernandez to a 16.77 for Hunter Reynolds. That's what puts Reynolds now behind Roy Fernandez. With drivers still pitting here, there's the 22 of Joshua Buckley coming to pit road. There's the Draft Top Rays Energy Drink driver out of Utah now coming to pit road. Of course, Danny Valenzuela flying those South Beach colors, the new Rays Energy Drink flavor. We had it here in the studio just the other day. They were able to send us a little bit of their samples that they had there, and boy, does it taste like South Beach, that's for sure. If you're picturing what the beach would taste like, that's what it is, pineapple. Johnson, your leader. That's your 4th place driver right now of Roy Fernandez. Fernandez out of Lansing, Michigan. We talked about it on Sunday night in our broadcast here on the Dirt 3 Racing Network. We had a couple drivers from Lansing Michigan in that race. And I've come to learn that Lansing, Michigan is probably the #1 spot for drivers here on the iRacing.com platform. I don't know if there's just nothing to do in Lansing, Michigan, or what. Because there's 2 drivers here tonight, Roy Fernandez and the driver that's just sitting back down the road here. That's the 01 of Cody Sleeper. He's across town. I believe they're the ones that told me they have the old soup cans connected by a string, and that's how they communicate back and forth over there. So 2 more drivers from Lansing, Michigan here in this race tonight, as one of them is Fernandez and one is Sleeper, and they're both going to get around Hunter Reynolds, it looks like. Squidward's still to the outside. Sturgill's closing in. Roy trying to break the draft down the back straightaway. The draft in these Cup cars, high drag package, low horsepower, only 550. Next week we're going to deploy the 750 horsepower package when we get the Phoenix, as it's a 1-mile track. See Nathan Maurer going around the 12 of Johnson. Johnson's still your race leader. He has yet to come to pit road. Racing Jason says that's enough on those tires. He'll come to pit road now. So the last one standing, Randy Johnson. I don't know how far he can take the 12 machine, but I'm looking at it. Johnson is out of fuel. Johnson is out of fuel. There you see it, 130 miles an hour down into the corner. Your race leaders are doing 180 miles an hour. So Randy Johnson pushing it just too far on fuel, and now he'll come to pit road sputtering, coasting his number 12 tonight. Caution coming onto the speedway as Randy Johnson comes to pit road. What happened to Racing Jason? Something happened to the driver out of Tennessee as he pulls away. He was just down on pit road. There you see him drop the jack, 4 tires and fuel for the Tennessee driver. And oh boy, he went to get back to the gas and the car just took off to the right. It's right on board. Just lost it. Car went around. Caution lights come on. That allows some drivers to come to pit road. It's a split decision here by the entire field right now. And while we're under caution, though, race fans, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here for the Roy Fernandez Champion 150 here at Charlotte.
To the front bumper, and he hits him again now. Ray Alfala into the outside wall.
He's going to pass nearly 3 cars down that front straightaway, and he's going to get them all done with. What amazing.
Race lead to the inside goes Logan Clapman is going to touch in. Pit press.
Saved it.
What a save.
Look to the outside as Cronkite goes off. De Jong into second place.
I'm going for the switchback. Oh, pinpoint driving.
It's howling down to the inside.
I tried this contact though.
Slide left of the racetrack. Chris Benner drives it back down underneath, and he takes that second spot right back. Joker goes to Garrett Lowe.
Garrett Lowe should take victory with all that contact. He's going to try and make the move around the outside the parabolica. That's not going to work, but he's going to try and get the cut back here. Get the run out the parabolica. That's beautifully done there. Michael Schubert, there's a little bit of door banging as well.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome back here to Charlotte Motor Speedway. Race fans, you see the lights are out on the iRacing.com pace truck, and Danny Valenzuela is going to take the wave around, so he'll tag the back of the field here. He's just coming off pit road. Couple drivers that did not pit under this caution flag. Well, that's going to be Reynolds, Sturgill, Levitt, Combs, Feeney, and Millen. They did not come back down pit road for a second time, so we're going to see how old tires versus new tires work right here. So when the pace truck will dive in, we're getting closer to the halfway point, but not quite there. It'll be 37 laps officially in the books here tonight. Come back into the Thomas E-Step Foundation restart zone. Reynolds going to punch the gas and see if he can break away here. You see Hunter Reynolds work the inside of the speedway right now, and that's the place to be on the restart. It seems Cody Levitt's up on the top shelf there. One driver down right against the apron. That's the number 71 and the 77 of Doug Neal. Both those drivers go down there. There you see the 90 of Sturgill go to the outside. Here comes Tim Combs. He is now taking the peak to the inside. It'll be Hunter Reynolds leading the first lap back to green flag, but here comes Combs. Does he have what it takes to now battle with the top two? Cody Levitt is the first time tonight we've seen him inside the top 5, other than when the green flag pit cycle was cycling itself back through. Look at Roy Fernandez. He's trying to slice dice and weave his way back up here into the front top 5. He was going to be the race leader, but elected to come to pit road on lap number 34 to put 4 fresh tires on that car. There you see Donald Bennett also. He's trying to come through the field. He's to the outside of the 71 and the 77 of Doug Neal. Both those SimBox Motorsports drivers, SimBox and all 4 quarter panels of that car just about. Bennett's making the outside work there as you see the 71 of Maurer jump up there and now try and tag the high line. Bennett's coming up on the 01 SimBox entry of Cody Sleeper. Oh, a little sideways there for the driver out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, as he's trying to get around the Kutztown, Pennsylvania driver. 2 of the posse drivers here tonight. Maurer to the outside, and that 71, he will get that position from Donald Bennett. Now he's going to go straight after the 01 of Cody Sleeper, and he's able to make that look easy. Now here he comes around Roy Fernandez. He's going to go 3 for 1, really, on one lap. So it's Hunter Reynolds right now still holding off the charges here from Sturgill, Levitt, and Millen. Millen did pit on lap 27, so he's a little bit fresher tires than the drivers that are in front of him. But look at Maurer. He pitted on 34, and boy is he coming like a freight train. Maurer now to the next driver out of Pennsylvania, and that's Millen. Millen going to go to the inside. It looks like Josiah Millen has a little front nose damage on that number 40. Maybe got a little tight out of turn number 4. Tends to be where drivers do get tight. Jamie Leach now in the number 13, looking to the inside here on Donald Bennett. Leach is going to be able to slide up and take that spot, so his Ford now breaks inside the top 7. He's picked up, it looks like 13 spots there. As you saw Roy Fernandez in that picture frame, looks like he got a little loose, got very close to the wall. He had a strong car when he was towards the front, towards that clean air, but ever since he got back here into the dirty air, he has not been able to make anything happen like Nathan Maurer is, though. That car is headed to the front here. And just like that here tonight, we're going to have a new leader this time by when they come across the start-finish line. Driver out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Nathan Maurer, taking the top spot here tonight. Now Maurer leads down the back straightaway. Will he be able to set himself pretty far ahead? It looked like one driver got real tight back there. That was Randy Johnson. Johnson is 2 laps down right now as he was coasting down pit road, needing fuel in his number 12 when the caution flag flew. So he's back here, 2 laps down right now. One driver also a lap down. That's Racing Jason. That's his teammate. Here you see Dodge trying to get around the 56 of Stephen Pugh, his other teammate right there. Brandon Feeney right there, he stayed out under that caution flag, and it looks like he's been into the outside wall with the front right. That Liquid Molly K1 Graphics Entry 83 is pretty beat up. We talk about aerodynamics because, well, with 550 horsepower, you need all 4 corners of this car to be smooth here tonight. Smooth like Jamie Leach is running through the field too. He came down on lap number 34, so the Great Lakes Brewing number 13 of Jamie Leach will go now P number 2. As he just got around Hunter Reynolds, Michael Sturgill, just like that. 3 laps away from halfway home. Who will be the race leader when we get to the halfway point? As well, this driver, he's about a 1.5 seconds up on the rest of the field. He's made limited starts this season here with the SimBox Cup Series for Salt Flat Racing. This is his 12th race of the season. He's podiumed only 1 time. That was at, or 2 times. It was at Pocono, and the sister track here to Charlotte, that was at Texas. Both races he was able to lead 3 laps combined to finish on the podium. Tonight he's already doubled that amount of laps, and he's only led 11 laps all season. So 4 more laps out front here tonight, and he's already led more laps coming in than he had coming in. So he'll take another lap off the books that time. Millen, though, having himself a little pressure. Well, that's the 98 out the gate. Dobbsy looks like he has a really strong car, but he's going to see if he can come up here and get his lap back the old-fashioned way, like we used to back in the early 2000s, the 90s, the 80s, the 70s. You had to go up there and take it. If you want it, come take it. Right now, Bennett's looking like he wants the 6th position here from Millen. As Hunter Reynolds coming to pit road, him and Sturgill. Here comes Tim Combs, also on lap number 51. It's exactly what we were expecting out of them as they came down on lap 25, and now they're going to start the cycle here on lap number 51. Nathan Maurer will be your leader here tonight at the halfway point. So he'll come across the line. Reynolds and Sturgill still sitting down on pit road. There you see them behind the iRacing.com pace truck. They're getting their left side tires put on right now, but when they come out of pit road, they are going to be a rocket ship compared to the rest of the field. Cody Levitt now coming to pit road in his number 38. He was running in P number 3 when he came to pit road. So this driver came down on 34, so we're still expecting him for at least another 10 laps out there. That'll put him at 60, and it's just going to be shy, I think, of being able to make it if this race were to go green. We've had tendencies here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway to go green for long stretches, and right now we've only had one caution flag fly here tonight, back on lap number 33. That's what put Nathan Maurer out here. Look at this gaggle. Here comes the 22 of Josh Buckley. Looked like he was going to dive to the inside here down the back straightaway on that 01 of Cody Sleeper. There you see the 6 of Roy Fernandez. I'm being told by our pit reporters here tonight that the 6 and the 01 are trying, they are off sequence already. And they are trying to save as much fuel as they can, but still continue to run with this front group. Well, Nathan Maurer's a whole straightaway ahead of them. Then they got Stephen Pugh and Donald Bennett right here, just ahead of this group of cars with Fernandez, Sleeper, Buckley, and Neal. Valenzuela is just tagging the back of it also, because they're all off sequence right now. The only other driver that has yet to come back down pit road, which we'll probably see him in a lap or two, is the number 40 of Josiah Millen. Last time he was down on pit road was lap number 27, so expect to see him before anybody else dives on the pit road. There you see Doug Neal out here. He's running in that 9th position. Looks like Darrell Clauter's down onto the apron. The Finesse Laser Designs 26. He's trying to lower up. He's very slow coming to pit road. Maybe one of those hats got in his way. Couldn't see. So Darrell will hit pit road here. It looks like he is. I believe he was under power coming to pit road. We'll have to wait and see. Nathan Maurer come back across the line. But right now, Maurer has to look in his mirror, because Maurer has some company. That's the 13 of Jamie Leach that's starting to really pull some fast lap times. See that big gap your front two have over Stephen Pugh. He's back here, and then you see those cars that have fresh tires. Michael Sturgill leading the charge for those fast, fresh tires. There's Hunter Reynolds and Cody Levitt. He also came to pit road. I believe that's the number 12 of Johnson that just scraped the outside wall. Two drivers coming to pit road here. Here comes the 40 of Millen and the 31 of Bennett. So those two drivers will hit pit road. Darrell Clauter still down off the pace here tonight. Not sure if something has gone awry on the number 26. He's off the pace, 100 miles an hour down on the apron here in that Finesse Laser Designs, number 26. Looks like he's going to stay out. Let's see if this car starts to accelerate. It does now finally come up through the gears. Not sure if that car is just popping out of gear, as there you see him go flashing by the 40 of Millen. Millen taking on 4 fresh tires, and he'll come back out onto the track. Looks like Donald Bennett took 2 tires, possibly, or just fuel on this stop with 40 laps to go. Maybe he's trying to save a set of tires. That race lead is now a half a second. Leach working about the middle of the outside groove here tonight. You see Dobbs, he was working well outside. That'll be a battle for position with Michael Sturgill and Hunter Reynolds. Cody Levitt also down the lap right there. And Sturgill not going to waste any time. He's going to make that pass on Griffin, putting him back to that 12th spot. Hunter Reynolds, look at the run he just got coming off the corner. Reynolds and Levitt just going to go straight to the bottom side here. You can tell the difference in tires. Dobbs right now has on his tires, well, he came down to lap number 32. 20 lap newer tires just went flying by him. Sergio just turned that number 90 as Kari Motorsports 90 right down underneath Jamie Leach, and now he'll be looking at the leader that's out in front of him. Right now, all these drivers want this to continue to stay green now at this point, especially if you're the 90 of Sturgill or the 28 of Reynolds or the 38 of Levitt, because they are off sequence now on those guys. And, well, as they're going to get their laps back here, when the green flag pit cycle cycles back through, they should be sitting in a pretty good catbird position. This is some of the farthest we've seen drivers start to stretch their fuel, as last time they were down was 30 laps ago next time by. We haven't had any caution laps really in that time window. As you watch the 04 of Valenzuela in the South Beach Rays Energy Drink 04 Toyota. I was going to say the only Toyota driver, but there are 2 Toyota drivers in this field here tonight. There you saw Millen slice his way through there. Millen, of course, on fresh tires, as Valenzuela is going to come to pit road. So he'll bring down the South Beach to pit road. There's your drivers that should take over the lead once everybody comes to pit road. It's Sturgill, Reynolds, and Levitt, all nose to tail here tonight. 2 Chevrolets and a Ford. You want to talk about being scattered all over the country? Listen to this one. Michael Sturgill out of Ohio is sitting there in that 10th position. Hunter Reynolds is sitting out of Florida, while Cody Levitt's sitting over there on the West Coast. He's out of Las Vegas, Nevada. So talk about being everywhere in the country here tonight. And those are just the drivers that are running nose to tail. That doesn't count the 83 of Brandon Feeney. Right there, as you see him come off turn number 2. It looks like he's going to allow Bennett to come by the high side here. Feeney hailing out of Ontario, Canada. So you want to talk about being all over the globe. Looks like Feeney is going to come to pit road here. Maurer continuing to lead here, and it looks like the tires have started to equalize for Maurer and Leach, because Leach was coming like a freight train, and now caution lights are on. Caution lights are on. 22 of Joshua Buckley has spun her around. And he has backed his drink topless draft top entry into the wall. So that really throws a monkey wrench into this, because we're right there near the border of being able to make it on fuel. I'm sure these front drivers were starting to eye up the pit entry. And drivers that did just get their laps back were Michael Sturgill, Hunter Reynolds, Cody Levitt. Tim Combs got his lap back, I'm being told, but Griffith is still a lap down. Feeney is a lap down. Millen and Bennett going to get trap laps down here. Here comes your race leaders. Here comes the 71, the 13, the 56 going to come down. Everybody's coming down. Question being, though, does Michael Sturgill come down pit road? He does. Reynolds and Levitt, they're all going to come down pit road. It's going to put them behind the 8 ball here. They're going to have to use, I believe, their final set of tires to be on the same sequence as what everybody else is going to be. So we'll wait to see what kind of race is going to be off pit road. There you see everybody hit their stall. Here comes the 71 of Nathan Maurer. Looks like he's possibly going to win the battle off pit road. It is going to be 4 tires for everybody. It'll be Maurer, it'll be Leach, and then it should be Stephen Pugh coming off pit road, and Roy Fernandez, Cody Sleeper, and I believe that's Doug Neal then coming off. So this will be an interesting restart when we do go back to green flag racing tonight. But while we have a second, let's watch the replay here and see what happened to the driver out of Massachusetts, the driver of that number 22. Oh, him and I believe that is that the 12 of Randy Johnson making contact. Let's watch it again, see if we can find the angle here. Oh, both trying to ride the outside, and looks like Buckley was there, and the 12 of Johnson wanted to be just to his outside, and they make contact. And that's what brings out the caution flag here tonight at Charlotte. So as the second caution flag is out, take a quick break. We'll be back here for more racing action.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here to the Charlotte Motor Speedway race pits. You see the lights on the iRacing.com pace truck are off once again. We'll be going back green flag racing with 70 laps in the books, and it'll be a little bit of a shootout here. Looking and calculating the fuel mileage here for these drivers, a lot of them are going to be sitting right there on the verge of being able to make it. Some of them are going to have to save a little bit of fuel. One driver that did just come back down pit road to put some fuel in his machine, that's the 71 of Nathan Maurer. So as Maurer gave back the race lead then, that's going to be Jamie Leach, Stephen Pugh, Hunter Reynolds, Michael Sturgill, Jared Hagedorn, Cody Levitt, all coming off in your top 6 spots. Come back into the Thomas Estep Foundation restart zone, and here we get ready to go. You see there's only 3 cars to the outside. That's because everybody else came back down and topped off the fuel tanks here tonight. Everybody else going to try to risk it to put themselves into victory lane. Green flag back into the air. Leach will lead us back into turn number 1. It looked like Stephen Pugh had some probably some shifting issues, as he wasn't able to come up through the gearbox. There's the 26 of Derek Lauder also. He's a couple laps down as everybody's going to try to snake their way around him. There goes Cody Sleeper to the outside, and here comes Nathan Maurer also. He's going to have to charge back through the field. Oh, Leach got a little tight there coming off the corner. Almost went up the speedway into the 28 of Hunter Reynolds. He lifted, and Reynolds stayed right in it. He put the right foot down and said, "This is my spot." He drove right around Jamie Leach to retake the lead. Jared Hagedorn hanging right there. Michael Sturgill is going to go to the outside of him. Leach going to throw a little bit of a block there to the 90 of Sturgill. Here comes Michael back down to the inside now. He'll try to use the inside of the speedway to pick back second position. Looks like Stephen Pugh has got his car rolling now, but Roy Fernandez is back into the mix. He's going to outside right behind the 2 of Jared Hagedorn. Hagedorn trying to hold his ground here in the late goings. Looks like Fernandez is going to cross him over, though, coming out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. There's that black number 6 trying to get around the driver out of Nebraska. Fernandez will pick up that spot, and now he's going to go straight to the outside as he got a great run. Leach is currently sitting on the outside. Nowhere to go for Fernandez. He kind of hit the roadblock right now. Sergio still working the inside of the speedway here to put lap number 74 in the books. And oh, look at Cody Levin. He got arrow push. He had an arrow push coming out of turn number 4. That car bobbled, it shaked, and he still drove it off the corner with his foot in it. '71 and Nathan Maurer still working the inside of the speedway there. Doug Neal, the 77's also working the inside. Everybody trying to get around Pugh. Pugh's car looks like it's just not firing off here on the initial restart. He has fallen out of the top 5. He's trying to hang on to a top 10. Tim Combs going to slice his way back to the outside of the speedway. Jamie Leach still holding here inside the top 3. Sturgill's going to take the nose of that Ford off coming off of turn 2. Sturgill insert P number 2 now. Jamie Leach sitting there in that black and neon colored Ford. You can tell it's really starting to come to the end of this one. Everybody's making the moves, trying to make the fresh tires go as fast as they can. Cody Sleeper trying to work his way around Jared Hagedorn. Hagedorn looks like he's been into the outside wall with that right front. A lot of these machines tonight look like they've got a little tight and been into the wall at least once or twice. Tim Combs still trying to work his way back up here. A little bit slow on the pit stop and kind of put him behind. And then on that restart, he was just in the wrong lane and did not go. His team fell all the way back outside the top 10. He's worked his way back up inside the top 10 as now he's going for the 6th position that Jared Hagedorn currently holds. Looks like he should be able to pick that up. Cody Levin also is one of those drivers that got stuck in the wrong lane on that restart. He's back here running 12th now. Josiah Millen coming to pit road. Unscheduled stop here for the driver of the number 40 with 22 laps to go. It's Reynolds, it's Sturgill, it's Leach, it's Fernandez. Top 4, a little bit of a breakaway as that draft is actually pulling the 0-1. Sleeper back into the mix. Here comes now the 6 to the inside. He'll be trying to chomp onto that 3rd position. 21 laps to go here tonight. It's the Roy Fernandez 150 here, the Progression Series champion, trying to work to the inside here of the one-time IROC Series champion of season number 3. These two drivers have a lot more in common than just running here in iRacing together. They're both iRacing champions. Of course, Roy Fernandez being able to outduel Cole Day in the Progression Series by 1 point at the end of the season when they tallied up all the points. And, well, Jamie Leach in season 3 of the IROC Series, looped it at Pocono, was involved in a wreck, and he was able to hold on and win the championship by 1 point. So both of them being champions with Salt Flat Racing, and by only 1 point. Just about 3 wide back here. Jared Hagedorn holding off the strong advances here on the 71 of Maurer. There's also Stephen Pugh. He was right there in the battle, and Cody Levin is also hanging out right back here. Can't forget old Doug Neal. He's right there, too. As now Fernandez got a great run that time down the back straightaway as he exited turn 2. Looks like he'll be able to slide up in front of the 13 of Leach. And, oh, Leach and Sleep are going to make it together. Leach going to be spinning to the infield. Caution lights going to come on. Caution lights coming on here as the Great Lakes Brewing number 13 of Jamie Leach gets turned around off of turn number 3 with 18 laps to go. $18 laps to go, and the caution flag flying once again. It's going to involve 2 machines. It's going to involve the 01 of Cody Sleeper, and the 13 of Jamie Leach. Both drivers running inside the top 5. We're going to have to see here. I don't know if anybody has any tires left. If they do, they're going to be sitting pretty with 18 to go. Does Hunter Reynolds have any tires left? It looks like he's at least going to come to pit road here. So I believe he does have at least one set of tires left. They had 4 sets of tires entering the night, and now they're going to use another one. $15 cars on the lead lap here. All 15 cars coming to pit road. Brandon Feeney going to get the wave around. It'll put him back onto the lead lap. Josiah Millen looking like he's going to take, or Feeney's going to get the lucky dog. Millen looking like he might take a wave around here. It does look like everybody has at least a set of 4 tires in the stall. It's going to be Reynolds, Sergio, Fernandez. Battle for 4th is going to go to Combs. It'll be Combs and Hagedorn, Cody Levitt, Nathan Maurer, Stephen Pugh, Doug Neal, and Racing Jason coming off pit road. Let's go back and take a look at this. Oh, there's the tap. To Jamie Leach. You see the roof flaps deploy. Oh, it looked like Leach maybe had to just burp the throttle, and Sleeper was not ready to burp that throttle, and he got right into the back. That's exactly what it was. You heard Leach right there burp the throttle just a little bit to try and not catch the outside wall, exiting the corner, and around it went. Unfortunate for both drivers. They were having themselves a really good run here tonight. You see Jamie Leach now back into the 13th position. Looks like Cody Sleeper also back down pit road once again here, so he'll tag the back of the field. And oh boy, we're under caution here once again at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. 3rd caution flag of the night. It's been a good race here tonight for all these drivers. Tonight for the champion race for Roy Fernandez. Right now, there's the old champ of the Progression Series. He's going to have to pass the torch, though, here on a Tuesday night. Just next week when we crown another champion here for the Cup Series for the first season. So Roy Fernandez won the first Progression Series champion, and this man looking like he has already wrapped it up. Hunter Reynolds, the driver out of Callahan, Florida, should be receiving his, well, I can't tell you what he's receiving. Gonna have to keep that one under wraps until the end of the show next week. And while we tell you that, race fans, we got to thank you all for tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network to watch the SimBox Cup Series for the Salt Flat Racing League. Tonight is obviously the champ, Roy Fernandez, 150. Thank you all for tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network to watch some great racing action. Virtually, of course, here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. All the drivers are scattered all over the country, all over the world racing tonight. Looks like right now Randy Johnson should get a wave around here along with Josiah Millen. So it'll put Millen back onto the lead lap with Johnson just being 1 lap down then. And then you see everybody else behind the pace car. They will go ahead and double them up here tonight. Hunter Reynolds, Michael Sturgill, Roy Fernandez, Tim Combs, Jared Hagedorn, Cody Levitt, Nathan Maurer, Stephen Pugh, Doug Neal, and look who's back onto the lead lap after a spin out coming out of pit road. It's the driver out of Tennessee. Racing Jason has worked his way back onto the lead lap. It's the old hillbilly. The Griffith Stone Send It Studios. Number 98 coming out the gate. Our thoughts still go out there to Racing Jason, as little girl still recovering from her surgery. So we hope she gets well and we get to see her soon. Maybe old Dad can put her in victory lane here tonight yet. So it'll be 14 laps to go, I believe, here when we do come back. It will be 14 to go. All cars still out on the speedway except for Greg O'Berry, who had computer issues tonight, so that's why he has dropped out of the event. Waiting on that Thomas Estep green flag to come back out, and there it is. Green flag is out, and a good start by everybody. Everybody comes up through the gearboxes. Look at Sturgill. He's making a bid, though, for this. Fernandez gets a little loose down there. He had to chase the car up the track. Sturgill will actually grab the lead going into 3, but will he be able to hold the lead at the line? Hunter Reynolds going to get tight. Oh, it's going to put Sturgill up into the wall. Sturgill going to save it. They're going to scatter. Big crash on the front straightaway. Big crash involving a lot of your front runners here. Sturgill got a tap from the 28 of Reynolds, and that sent Sturgill up the track, and they all wadded up. So that's going to really shake. Look at Johnny Pacer in that Chevy Silverado. Boy, he was going fast. So that all started from the initial drop of the green flag. Let's go back and watch it here. Right from the green flag, it all started on that big run that the 90 of Sturgill got. Let's follow him around. We got the drone camera up here tonight, following these drivers around the speedway. Look at that great start Sturgill has on the outside. Going to get a great run off of turn 2, and then Hunter Reynolds there in the 28. Going to just wash right up the track. Unfortunately, Sturgill was there, and then, oh, there you see the 2 of Hagedorn, and there's the 38. Everybody right there. Danny Valenzuela with nowhere to go. He's going to get involved. Jamie Leach is going to get involved. He was just involved in that last yellow. Right on board here with Cody Levitt. Oh boy, Cody almost made it through, and then down here off the racing surface. He's going to get minor damage on that right front of his Vegas Strong machine. Oh, that's actually a lot of nose damage. You can see somebody's been into the back of him too. Stephen Pugh also going to get involved, and right there, Pugh actually was into the back of Levitt. See 71 of Maurer turning around. That's where Danny Valenzuela. Oh, Jamie Leach just trying to slow down, and Feeney comes in and gives a little tap there to the 71. So a lot of cars wrapped up in this one. Where did Cody Sleeper end up going to miss this? Talking about not sure of which direction he wanted to go. He's able to miss it, though. Racing Jason's involved. Where did he get involved in this? Oh, there you see him. He's going to get a ton of damage. Jared Hagedorn bouncing off the right-hand side of that car. A night that was bad that got better. Going to go back to being bad. So, boy, that's going to shake things up, ain't it? Look who's at the front of this one now. Take a look at that timing and scoring. Roy Fernandez now takes over the race lead with Tim Combs, Stephen Pugh. Cody Levitt looks like he's going to stay out. There's nothing that he can do with a damaged car down on pit road, so he's just going to stay out here. Hunter Reynolds will be assessed an end-of-line penalty as he initiated the contact. It's unfortunate for him, too, but we did talk about how Hunter just had to lead a lap here tonight, or at least turn a lap under green flag competition, and he did that. That's why he will wrap up the points championship here at Charlotte. So congratulations to him, and tough luck, though, that he's not going to be able to pull off win number 5 here at Charlotte. Looks like everybody's at least got their car rolling here. Looking at it, and it will be Fernandez that does take over the race lead. Look at Joshua Buckley, though. Buckley's back here. Remember, at one point, he was turned around. There you see him. He should restart back there right around the 8th position. So that's what just staying out there and trying to turn some laps will do for you. As also the 40 of Millen's going to restart inside the top 10. I believe he has the freshest tires out of everybody out there on track. Be a 9-lap shootout here. If you thought the restarts have been crazy so far here tonight, well, don't get up. Don't run to the bathroom right now. You're going to have to hold it because these boys are going to get crazy. As we look down the lights here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Packed house virtually, of course. All watching these guys. One driver that's going to restart with no nose clip. That's the 77 of Doug Neal. Along with the 83 of Brandon Feeney. Both of them drivers having no nose left on their car. So we're going to see how everybody comes up to speed here. A lot of damaged cars through the field. You got to select and be a little patient here on this one. Thomas E-Step Foundation restart zone once again. Green flag is up, and Fernandez is going to let everybody sit. Everybody going to chase Fernandez. Down into turn number 1. Fernandez is your race leader. He'll hit 4th gear as he exits turn number 2. Look at Donald Bennett trying to come up through the field. There you see Nathan Maurer down off the racing surface. He knows his car is pretty wounded here tonight. Donald Bennett trying to make a move here for P number 3. It'll be 8 laps to go when they come back around here. It'll be Fernandez, it'll be Combs, it'll be Bennett, your top 3. Question is, though, how much damage does the 88 of Tim Combs actually have, and how much damage does Cody Sleeper have? Remember, he had to go to the back of the line when him and Jamie Leach got together, and here comes Millen also looking to the inside on Griffith down the back straightaway. Jason tried to go to the inside there, but Cody Sleeper checked up, and he had to go back to the outside. He's going to scrape the wall out of turn number 4. So Roy Fernandez is your race leader as you see side-by-side battle back there with Millen, Dobbs, and Sleeper. But Tim Combs has reeled back in the race leader of Roy Fernandez. Fernandez got that great start. Oh, Bennett's going to slap the wall. Bennett slaps the wall out of turn 4 and hangs on to her. As he took a big chunk out of that wall, and now here comes Pugh. Millen is on the mission, though. He just got around Sleeper. Now he's going to get around Dobbs, and now he's trying to work over the 38 of Levitt. As Pugh back around to the inside here on Bennett. Race lead is still Roy Fernandez. There you see the race lead as they get 5 laps to go. There's Pugh and Bennett still battling for that 3rd and final podium spot. Bennett tried to side draft down into the corner. Pugh is going to take that position. Bennett going to just duck in line for the time being. Millen still side by side with Levitt back here. That's the 38 and the 40. Then you see Dobbs trying to push Millen around the 38 of Cody Levitt. He'll make the pass now, and Sleeper is still sitting back there lurking. Buckley's also back there waiting for something to happen. Here comes Tim Combs to the outside now. With 4 to go, he lurked to the outside there on the 6 of Fernandez. Wasn't able to do anything with it. It seems to be with just 3.5 laps to go here, it's going to come down to these 2 drivers. Both drivers chose the different awkward lines of both drivers actually down there into 3. Fernandez went high while Tim went low, and then they kind of crossed paths there like they weren't sure where each other were. 3 to go that time by at the line. Fernandez looks like he's going to extend that lead just a little bit, and now it's going to be a 3-horse race for that third position, because here is Millen. He is there, and he is fast. He's got to the back of the 31 of Donald Bennett, but can he do anything with it? Because it'll be the popsicle sticks in the air this time by with just 3 miles of racing left here tonight at Charlotte. There you see him coming off of turn number 4. Oh, Millen got a little sideways that time entering the tri-oval. He'll sail her off to the inside here on Bennett. Oh, Millen going to touch the apron. He's going to chase it up the track. Millen had to chase it up the track after just getting on the apron. Here comes Cody Sleeper. Sleeper's going to look to the inside now on the driver of the 40. Millen's going to hold it pinned to the floor and see if she sticks, but the white flag will fly. 1 lap to go here tonight. Presented by Sim Speed Shop. 1 lap to go, and Roy Fernandez is looking at about a 3.5 car length lead right now. As Millen battles back, he's right there. He's going to get to the inside of the 31 of Donald Bennett out of turn 2. Does he have enough time, though, to pick up P3? Millen works the inside this time, and I don't think it's going to be good enough, but it will be good enough for Roy Fernandez to come across. He'll win his own race at Charlotte with my head on the car. Then it'll be Combs, it'll be Pugh, it'll be Millen, Griffith, Levitt, Sleeper, Buckley, Bennett, Johnson, Hagedorn. Coming across, and then it's going to be Neal, Leach, Sturgill, Reynolds, Feeney, Valenzuela, Darrell Clauder, Nathan Maurer, Greg O'Berry, rounding out your 20-car field here tonight. There you see it, your winner, Roy Fernandez, winning in Charlotte. What a race it was, and that's going to mark win number 3 this season for the driver out of Lansing, Michigan. So as he's going to come down here to the front straightaway, he'll celebrate in Charlotte as your winner. As he celebrates, race fans, don't go anywhere. We're going to get right into your post-race show, brought to us by DraftTop.com. And just like that, race fans, welcome back here to our DraftTop.com post-race show with your podium finishers here tonight in the Roy Fernandez Champion 150 here at Charlotte. Well, let's get right to it with the champ, Roy. Boy, where did you come from here tonight?
That Muth in the Booth paint scheme, man. I told you.
Well, you sprung it on us last week when you finished on the podium. You said, watch out for this brand new paint scheme, and you came out here tonight and made a statement. This season, it seems like it's been Hunter Reynolds and Michael Sturgill all the time up here, P1, P2. And you rallied off 2 wins early in the season, and now it seems like here at the end, you found the mojo once again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had to do something, man. I had to shake him up a little bit. I know earlier in the race there I was a little aggressive, too, just to kind of let him know, hey, I'm here, too. Don't worry, you guys aren't just P1 and P2 all the time. But, yeah, no, it was a great race.
It was a great race here tonight for yourself here at Charlotte. How many laps did the team put in? Did you have a strategy coming into the night?
Yeah, we talked a lot about strategy. I think being out front was definitely key in this race. I mean, you saw the whole race. It was very difficult to pass, especially as the tires get more worn out. So we had a strategy going in, and then when cautions came out, we had to alter that strategy. We had a really good one coming out here where Nate was probably honestly going to win this one because he was so far ahead of us, and he was working on our same pit strategy as far as fuel goes. So he was probably going to only pit once while everyone had to pit twice. Significantly ahead of me and Cody. So Nate was probably going to win this one, but more cautions came out, so we had to adjust accordingly, and unfortunately Nate got in an accident, so here I am.
Here you are. It's always good to be in victory lane, though, but man, champ, who makes it all possible behind the scenes?
Well, you always know that SimBox Motorsports. This league here, you got Donald, Steven with race control, and Bromley for this beautiful design on the Muth in the Booth paint. Obviously, you, Roger, up in the booth with these broadcasts. You always do great work on just the SimBox Motorsports and the boys, Cody, Doug, and Nate. And last but not least, the wonderful, the beautiful Marissa Fernandez, the wifey upstairs, tuning in every night.
Well, there you hear it from your winner tonight. Roy Fernandez will pick up his third win of the season, and of course, it had to be right here at the race that is his name stamped all over it. Congratulations to Roy Fernandez tonight for picking up his third win of the season. He wins the 150-miler here at Charlotte. Coming home on the podium, and boy, it's been a long time coming for this driver. It's a driver out of Ohio, Tim Combs. Tim, your car fired off there at the end, but how did you get through that big wreck to find yourself here on the podium tonight?
Well, it kind of opened the door for me when Hunter pushed Sturgill up, and I just kind of shot the gap, and then the wreck happened behind me, so luckily I got through that and didn't take any damage, and I think Roy and I were the only two that didn't have any damage, so that's why it was just us two at the end.
What did you have left in this Kelly Blue Book number 88 tonight? Did you have anything for Fernandez at the end?
I did, and I tried, but I think I burned out my tires trying to get around him, and then he just kind of pulled away from me, so hats off to him.
Now here's a trivia question for you, Tim. There's a sister track to Charlotte. It is named Texas. Where did you finish when you went to Texas?
I was a bridesmaid, never a bride.
That is correct. Second place at Texas, the sister track right here, Charlotte. Is there something about these mile-and-a-half tracks that you really like and your team has hit on this season?
I seem to do pretty well at mile-and-a-halves. I do pretty well at Atlanta. That's probably one of my favorites because I always finish pretty well. So I don't know if it's just the shape, but I seem to just kind of have at least a fast car on all these and just kind of take it as it is.
Well, you say you like Atlanta. We won't mention where you finished at Atlanta because you won't like that stat there. That's sitting in the old vault stat book. So we'll just leave that one go. We'll just say you have two podium finishes at those mile-and-a-halves, Tim. Congratulations here tonight on the second place finishes. Or anybody back home that you need to thank?
Yep, just gotta thank you. Always putting on the broadcast. Obviously the admins and the league, teammates. I mean, Hunter kind of jumped on us, so it's been a big help just kind of using Hunter and Mike as, banking off them for strategy and whatnot. So that's kind of helped out quite a bit. And obviously the other two, Greg and Daryl, got to thank them as well.
Well, there you hear it from the driver out of Ohio, finishing on the podium for the second time this season. Driving the 88, Tim Combs has himself another solid run here this season, and we'll see if he's able to keep that up when we go next week to the Phoenix International Raceway to round down the season. Coming on third, though, for the first time this season, Steve, a very fast 54. The short run seemed to really hurt this Chevrolet.
Yeah, I just changed up the pit strategy because I had to start in the back and had the people up front wreck, so took advantage of it.
Sometimes I've been told it's better to be lucky than good a lot, and that wreck, you weren't lucky, and it wasn't looking good either because it pancaked the nose of this Enchanted Construction number 56. How much damage actually got done to this nose? Because it looks flat on our screen.
Yeah, it slowed down a lot. I can't really see how bad it is, but first and second were gone. The only chance I had was for them to wreck each other.
That's pretty much exactly what they did, and it allowed you to get around them. Did the damage, though, hurt that you couldn't run down with Tim and Fernandez?
Yeah, I mean, they were probably faster than I was anyway, but yeah, after I got the damage, I couldn't keep up with them.
What do you feel going into the final race of the season, which will be held at the Phoenix International Raceway out there in Arizona? Do you have a good short track car that you're going to be bringing out for the final race of the season?
Yeah, I think so. But, these guys are good, and I'm a rookie, so I've just done a lot of learning this year.
Well, a lot of learning you have done and starting to hit that stride here as you will finish inside the top 10 for the second week consecutive. We know there's a lot of people you got to thank back home there in Texas. Who do you got down there helping you?
Well, I got to thank my teammates, Jason Griffin and Quincy Atkins and Send It Studios for this paint job. And then Randy Johnson is always giving me some really good advice on how to get around these tracks. Then Enhanced Construction, Griffin Stone, like I say, Send It Studios.
There you hear it from the driver out of Anderson, Texas. He will finish on the podium for the first time this season. It is Stephen Pugh driving that number 56 here to a third-place finish. Congratulations to him, and, of course, congratulations to all three of our top three finishers tonight. There you see Fernandez still sitting on the front straightaway here with his Muth in the Booth. That's a beautiful car, race fans. Who does not like that car right there? Exactly. Not a single one of us don't like it. Everybody likes it. But, boy, what a race we had. The timing and scoring on the left-hand side of your screen is your unofficial results, of course, pending everybody makes it through technical inspection here tonight. But for all of us here with the SimBox Cup Series, Salt Flat Racing, and, of course, all of us here at the Turn 3 Racing Network, we hope you enjoyed tonight's program here virtually from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. We'll catch you just next Tuesday night when we head to the desert. It's the Phoenix International Raceway. So, race fans, until we see you next time, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you at the races.